What's up, folks? How's it going? Anyway, today I'm going to talk about a little game. Of course, coming from me, it's another PlayStation 1 game, but it's Wipeout. Wipeout is one of those games that was really groundbreaking to me. I mean, it came out early in the infancy of the PlayStation 1, and it was made by a company, Psychosis, which is really kind of crazy because coming from the Genesis, a lot of the games that they made had nothing to do with racing whatsoever, and for them to come out with such an innovative kind of racing game like none of us have seen before. I mean, I still to this day don't even know what you would call that game. It's, you're in a hovercraft thing going down a pipeline. I mean, really, how do you describe Wipeout as far as a racing genre goes? It's its own thing. But anyway, I just recently picked up the game again. It's a cheap game on the PlayStation if you guys are looking for it. I think I got 20 bucks in it, but it seems to be a common theme on this channel where I give 20 bucks for everything. But yeah, I didn't give that much for it. It was $20, $26, something like that. I probably overpaid for it as it was. But anyway, I still love the game. The game holds up. I do have the PlayStation 2 version of it, and I have the newest version of it on the PlayStation 4 and all that, and they're all great. But the original one just really has just something special about it because, I mean, of course, it doesn't handle as good as the modern ones do. It's very floaty. And the controls, it was one of the first games to really kind of start implementing the L and R buttons on top of the PlayStation controller. If you try to play this game and just, treat it like a traditional racing game and just go down the pipe and try to hang the curves and stuff, it'll just float you right into the wall. And this isn't like most racing games where if you hit the wall, you can recover quickly. If you hit the wall in this game, you're screwed. I mean, it will throw you back so far in the race, you'll never, hardly ever catch up. But anyway, when you use the L and R's and you go around the corners, it'll shift the screen. Kind of, a little over abruptly, really. But it'll shift that unit and help you turn into them a lot better. That is one of the cool things about it. When I first played this back in the 90s, it was something you had to get used to because before then you didn't have any of these L&R triggers on controllers. But the game itself, I just always loved the color palette of it. It's just this real kind of grayish hue game, and it's got almost a graininess to it. I don't know. To be so futuristic and to have like a techno soundtrack to it, the look of it was still kind of throwbacky a little bit. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just, it always had a very distinct, cool look. If I had any kind of complaints I could have really about the game, it's the symbols. Very much I didn't even really think of this, but I mean, I guess you could say Mario Kart kind of stole the formula of picking up on-track items from Wipeout. I mean, well, I don't know. If you really think about it, I guess the SNES Mario Kart. Yeah, never mind. I guess the SNES Mario Kart really started that first. But anyway, back to my point. When you pick up items off the track to use as weapons similar to Mario Kart, they're symbols that pop up on screen. You don't know what the hell they mean. Well, it's got an arrow with some stuff pointing out the side of it, or it'll be some symbol. It looks like traffic signals you would see on an alien planet or something. I mean, I have no idea what they mean. But anyway, you just kind of fire them and see what happens. I mean, that's what I caught myself doing the whole race. And of course, a lot of the times I pissed a weapon away because I fired it and I could have really used it to knock an enemy out in front of me. But regardless of it, it's still a super fun game, holds up super well. There's only one dumb thing about it, is when you lose a race or win a race, it shows your character, and for some reason, if you pick the kind of the default car in the game, you look like a Keebler elf. I've yet to figure that one out because the look of your character does not match up with the theme of the game at all. This ultra serious, last cart thingy surviving, and you're an elf driving it. But regardless of that, it's still an awesome, fun game. And like I stated before, it's kind of odd coming from Psychosis, but Either way, they made a kick-ass, flying game. But anyway, guys, that's really all I got to say about it. It's just super fun, really killer. These days, getting to be my age, kind of revisiting all these PlayStation 1 games that I kind of forgot about. Super underrated system, in my opinion. Everybody always talks about the PlayStation 2 and all the stuff on it, and maybe it's just my age, I don't know, but to me, the PS1 smokes it. Because the PS1 was like the first time we seen a lot of these games. For instance, Wipeout. I mean, it started the whole craze of these style games. I mean, I think there's been like 7 to 10 Wipeouts, and how many other companies have tried to copy this formula, and it's all based off the marvels of the PS1. But anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent on the PS1 here. But anyway, you guys have a good one, and check the game out if you run across it. Later.